Hello student, I am your physics mentor Nitesh Kumar and you are watching Drona Academy e-learning series. Okay, and today I am going to start the 0th chapter of physics. Why it is called 0th chapter, not a first chapter? Because here we will learn what we required, what the basic things we required for learning physics. Okay, so one more thing student. Okay, before starting anything, just tell me what is physics. It's a very important, okay, because we will start physics, so we have to know what is physics. And you already know, I know maximum of you know what is physics. So according to me, it's a branch of science in which we observe, measure and describe the nature and natural phenomena. It's very simple, it's a very natural subject. So I am repeating again, it is a branch of science in which we observe, measure and describe the nature and natural phenomena. Very simple, okay. So it's a very natural subject, very interesting as well as easy subject, okay. Now student, tell me how I am able to express, like I am explaining you right now what is physics, how it is possible, because I know the language, okay. So if you want to express yourself in front of anyone, you need a communication channel, and that's the language. Like you are knowing Hindi, Urdu, Sanskrit, English, Bodo, Assamese, Bengali, any language, okay. Then only you are able to express yourself in front of anyone, okay. Similarly, like if you want to observe, measure and describe the phenomena, natural phenomena, then you need a language, and that language is mathematics. कुछ को तो लगा होगा झटका, मैथमेटिक्स क्या लैंग्वेज है? Yes, mathematics is the language of physics. We are learning mathematics because we want to express the phenomena, okay. So here we'll express our nature using equation, and where we are learning the equations in mathematics, okay. So we can say the mathematics is a language of physics. So here it means I am going to discuss the maths required for learning physics. First chapter, or you can say the first topic I am going to discuss, that's the elementary algebra. Second topic is a trigonometry. Third is a coordinate geometry. Fourth is a calculus. In calculus, I will discuss the two part. First one is differentiation and second one is integration. And fifth most important topic is factor and scalar, okay. So now student, this elementary algebra actually is a part of our 11th class. Trigonometry also we are learning in 11th class. Coordinate geometry also sir, math sir will describe these things or discuss this topic in 11th class. Calculus, mainly these two topic. Actually calculus is starting from the 11th, but mainly these two topic, differentiation and integration, sir will discuss in 12th class, and vector is in 12th class, most important topic. Vector is, why I am telling you vector is most important, because 60% syllabus of 11th class physics is actually based on vector, okay. So that's why vector is most important topic among all these topic, okay. I suppose you all are expert in 9th class, 10th class physics, okay. I will use the concept, that's why I am asking you, but okay, leave. I will start physics from zero, but I am expecting one thing, like you having a basic knowledge of mathematics, okay. So student, first in elementary algebra, first topic I am going to start, that's a quadratic equation. Okay, what is quadratic equation? The algebraic equation of second order is called quadratic equation. Algebraic expression of second order is called quadratic equation. What is the meaning of this second order? It means the variable with maximum power of 2. Okay, it means, and the expression, on that expression the variable with maximum power of 2. Okay, so I am writing here general form of quadratic equation like ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and a don't equal to 0. Why? Because if you will put a equal to 0 here, it will be a linear equation. Is it or not? That's why here a can't be 0. Now I am writing the roots of this algebraic equation. Okay, or you can say the quadratic equation. So what are the roots? So first the formula you all know from our 10th class knowledge, x equal to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, this is the root of this quadratic equation. Okay, I am writing separately. x1 equal to what? Minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, and x2, the second root you will get minus b minus here b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, so these are the two roots of this general form of quadratic equation. Okay, student. Now, if anyone asking you what is the summation of root x1 plus x2, you all know it's a minus b by a. Multiplication of root x1 x2 equal to c by a, and this part is called discriminant, and we are denoting it with the capital D. So D equal to b square minus 4ac, and if first condition, if D is greater than 0, if D is greater than 0, then you will get real and distinct root. So what is the meaning of distinct? It means you will get the two separate root. If D is greater than, you will get two different roots. Similarly, second case, if D is equal to 0, on that case you will get a single root, and that's a real. And in third, like if D is less than 0, on that case you will get the non-real root. Non-real means imaginary roots, or you can say the complex root. Okay, this topic actually in 11th class in very detail. Okay, master will tell you in very detail. He will give you the also proof of this summation of root, these things, how it's coming, these things also he will tell you. But right now we are just learning the basic. We'll use this concept in our even first chapter. That's why I'm telling you all the formula. Okay, I'm taking one example. I suppose you all noted on. You can pause the video and note down. Okay, so I'm taking a example, taking a random example like 2x square minus x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, everyone try to find the root of this equation. Everyone try. Okay, when I am giving you the question, what you have to do, you have to pause the video and try to solve the question. Okay, proper way to solve the question. Okay, you can pause the video right now and solve this question. Okay, so now I am solving this first using the formula as well as the Chuja method. The Chuja method means nursery class student, how nursery class students are solving this question. This is in nursery class in my school. Okay, so here you can write ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, compare this two equation. From here you can write a equal to 2, b equal to minus 1, c equal to minus 3. Wow, maja aa gaya. Now from here we can write the root. Is it or not? X equal to, we know the formula of root, minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. याद होना चाहिए. And here you will put the value, you will get the two distinct root. Okay, I am telling two distinct root. How? Because we know that here discriminant. First you will find the discriminant. Discriminant is what? B square minus 4ac. Okay, and b square minus 4ac, b is what? Minus 1. Square of minus 1 is what? Square of minus 1 is 1, minus 4 into a is 2 and c is minus 3. So from here you will get the 1 plus minus minus plus, it's a 24. So you will get the 25. Look at this, 25 is greater than 0. Is it or not? If 25 is greater than 0, it means you will get two distinct roots. Now what you have to do? You have to put this value and you can easily calculate. And I suppose you all are expert in mathematics, so you can easily calculate. I don't having any interest in answer of this question. Okay. क्या पढ़े बेसिक में. ओके, बाइनोमियल शुरू करते हैं. Okay student, so second I am going to start is binomial expression. Okay, what is binomial expression, student? The algebraic expression containing or the algebraic expression having two variable. The algebraic expression having two variable is called binomial expression. Simple, like a plus b, there's a two variable, x plus y power whole cube, x plus 1 by y. These all are example of binomial expression. Is it or not? Okay, so this is called the binomial expression. Now onwards I am going to take example. That example is actually based on physics. I am not going to take a mathematics example. I suppose you all know mathematics. Okay, so if I will take the physics example, so there you will learn how we are using these concepts in physics. Okay, now student, learn the most important theorem. It's a binomial theorem. Binomial theorem. What is binomial theorem? Look at this, a plus b whole square. You all know, is it or not? What is this? It's a square plus 2ab plus b square. अच्छा सर आप इसको क्यूब कर दो तब भी आता है. पावर 10 कर दिया. Don't know. ये 2 ही रहने देते. a plus b to the power 10. What? Don't know. Is it or not? So that's why now we'll learn a general formula. So we can easily calculate this type of things. So what is this general? A plus b to the power n. A plus b to the power n. And this is actually equal to an plus n into a to the power n minus 1 into b divided by 1 plus n into n minus 1 a to the power n minus 2 b square divided by 2 factorial and so on. Okay, but in physics maximum time we'll use, that's a 1 plus x to the power n. Very important. 1 plus x to the power n. How you will calculate? Look at this. It will be 1 plus n into x. It is 1 plus, this will be 1. So n into x plus, here you will get n into n minus 1 into x square divided by 2 plus and so on. This is clear. Now student will learn how to take the approximation. The approximation is very important, and generally in physics you have to take that approximation. I am going to give you 2-3 examples based on this approximation, so you will learn how these things are important for you. Okay student, so now you can say the binomial theorem approximation. I am just writing. Okay, so I am going to take the approximation. So approximation of 1 plus x to the power n is actually equal to 1 plus nx. So very simple. Is it or not, sir? Very simple. Very good. When you can apply this approximation? If x is very small, if x is very small, then only you can apply this approximation. Now I am taking one physics example, then you can learn these things in better. The example is बहुत ज़्यादा छोटा है ना, बहुत मिटाना पड़ रहा है, मेरा हाथ इतना गंदा हो गया, गर्मी भी लग रहा है. ओके, एक एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं फिजिक्स का. कौन सा ले लूँ? बहुत सारा है ना, सोचना पड़ता है, बच्चे को क्या समझ में आए. अच्छा याद आ गया. लाइक इफ अ बॉडी ऑफ मास, आई एम टेलिंग यू एग्जाम्पल. ओके, एक बॉडी ले लेते हैं और ये अभी रेस्ट में. सो रेस्ट मास ऑफ दिस बॉडी इज एक्चुअली m नॉट. यू हैव टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ m. व्हाट? द मास ऑफ बॉडी इज m if it is moving with the velocity v. I'm repeating the question. The mass of body is m if it is moving with the velocity v. Is, it means the expression of m is equal to m naught divided by, you will learn this formula also, 1 minus v square divided by c square. Okay, so here m equal to m naught divided by 1 minus v square divided by c square. Okay student, and here I am assuming the m naught. M naught is what? Rest mass, and rest mass of this body कितना ले लूँ 10 ले लेता हूँ, है ना. So rest mass of this body is, this is an example. Okay, rest mass of this body is 10 kg. एकदम नया फ्रेश क्वेश्चन बना रहा हूँ. Okay, and this body is moving with the, here the v equal to 3 into 10 to the power 7 meter per second, and we all know the value of c. C is what? Speed of light. It's a 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. It's clear? Now if you have to calculate the m, how you will calculate? Look at this. So m equal to what, student? Question is very simple. A body of mass m is moving with velocity v is m naught divided by root under 1 minus v square divided by c square. There m naught, that is the rest mass of body, is 10 kg and c is the speed of light. Now you have to calculate the value of m. So m equal to what, you can write, student? 10. Here I am writing 10, and also you can write this one is 1 minus v square is 3 into 10 to the power 7 divided by 3 into 10 to the power 8 का होल स्क्वायर. बहुत अच्छे. पावर माइनस 1/2. क्यों ले लिया? अरे भाई इसको ऊपर ले गया, सिंपल, इधर कटखुट हो गया. एक मिनट, फ्रेश करके लिखता हूँ अच्छे से, है ना. तुम लोग भी अभी नए नए आए हो ना, आदत हो जाएगा थोड़ी देर में. नीचे लिखता हूँ. सो हेयर m इक्वल टू फॉर्मूला इज, पहले मैं अच्छे से लिख ही देता हूँ, m नोट इंटू, वी कैन राइट दिस फॉर्मूला लाइक 1 माइनस v स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई c स्क्वायर टू द पावर माइनस 1/2. समझ में? नाउ विल पुट द वैल्यू. m नोट इज 10 kg, 1 माइनस v स्क्वायर c स्क्वायर, v बाई c का होल स्क्वायर लिख सकते हैं अपन, तो यहाँ पे लिखेंगे v स्क्वायर इज 3 इंटू 10 टू द पावर 7 डिवाइडेड बाई c स्क्वायर इज 3 इंटू 10 टू द पावर 8 होल स्क्वायर, और इस पूरे का माइनस 1/2 पावर. कितना कॉम्प्लेक्स है. बट लुक एट दिस, हेयर इफ यू आर राइटिंग 10, मल्टीप्लीकेशन में है भाई, कट गया, इसको 3 ने 3 को कट कर दिया. हेयर यू विल गेट द 1/10. स्क्वायर ऑफ 1/10 इज 1/100. 1 minus 1/100. 1 minus 1/100. Okay, and power minus 1/2. Now look at this, student. What I told you on that formula, on the binomial theorem approximation, if it is very small, if x is very small, you can take that approximation. Look at this, it's a small. Is it or not? So we can take here the approximation. I am writing here. थोड़ा सा बोर्ड छोटा है ना, बड़ा होना मांगता है. So it's a m equal to 10 1 minus 1 by x is here, nx na, n is what, minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 100, minus minus plus. So here you will get 10 into 1 plus 1 by 200. बहुत अच्छे. What you will get? 10.05 kg. अच्छा, एक बात तो और पता चला, गोला तेज फेंको मास बढ़ जाता है ना. We'll learn these things later. Right now I just shown you how we are taking the approximation, how we are using the binomial approximation here. This is clear to everyone? Okay. Now I am going to discuss next topic. कौन है important? Logarithm. चलो start करते हैं. Log. Logarithm is very important, student. This is not just important in physics, even the chemistry you having a first chapter mole concept na. On that chapter you need log sometime for solving the question. So I am just going to discuss the basic question, basic concept of all the formula, basic formula of log. The first formula is very important, that's a log mn. It means here it is in multiplication. This is actually equal to log m plus log, it's a log o, log n. Okay, just learn the formula, then after, sorry student, log. Okay, now if it is written log m by n, how you can write? This is actually equal to log m minus log n. Third formula, if it is written log m to the power n, how you can write? Log m to the power n, you can write n log m. Fourth formula, sometime you have to convert this log, here base is e student, log base is e into m, sorry, log here base is e and m. This is actually equal to, you can also write ln m. Okay, maximum time you have to use this ln m. And if you want to convert this in that log form, you can write 2.303 log 10 base 10. Okay, if it is written log now simple, it means here the base is given, that is the 10, and if it is written ln, it means base is e. This is clear student? Okay, it's a simple formula, we will use this formula in between the questions, that's why I written here all the formula. Okay, this is a basic system. Okay, here I am not teaching you the physics or anything. Physics is very interesting, but without learning these things you can't learn physics. Getting my point? Okay, that's why I am teaching you these things. Note down everyone. Now student, I am going to discuss the, छोड़ दो इतने ही पे. Okay, so what I will do today, I am going to upload a daily practice sheet also. Okay, so after like after every video I will upload a daily practice sheet. Okay, there you will get a 10 or 5 to 10 questions based on this lecture. Okay, I will put that in description. Okay, you can download that PDF from there. Okay, and try to solve. You can ask your doubts in comment section. Is it clear students? So have a good time, enjoy. Okay, bye.